Hi guys.
Hey.
Hey guys. As you can tell by that little clip, you can't hear me this whole podcast. It turns out when you do a screen recording, you're also supposed to click the little microphone at the top to make it so it records what you're putting in to like the computer, if that makes sense, as well as recording like your screen. And I didn't do that, so yeah, you can't hear me this whole podcast when I talk, which kind of sucks. But so that's why that some of the footage is going to be kind of choppy because I have to edit out every time I speak because there's nothing there. But I hope you enjoy the podcast either way.
Wait, are we allowed to say it? Amaris has the coronavirus. She's doing. I'm sorry. She's not in the hospital or anything. She did have a couple of symptoms. I don't remember all of them. I think she was kind of feeling icky and lost the taste. I think some. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of someone else. A lot of people I know have COVID right now. But she's quarantining. So we're going virtual this week. Like a lot of people around her, like us, for instance, and including her family members, tested negative for the coronavirus, while other people tested positive. We're not exactly sure how those logistics works, but it just goes to show that just make sure you're being safe and responsible, because we're not sure how long she had it. But it just happens. So just make sure you're just, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Just be safe, and be respectful.
Hello. One more thing that I said that you couldn't hear me say. Yeah, Amarra Haynes is our guest. I don't know why her thinks is Nia Haynes. I think it's because she joined on her sister's email. But yeah, she's our guest, and this week we're gonna be talking about Sebastian McCoy. He unfortunately passed away Wednesday, so we want to dedicate the whole podcast to him. And then the other thing, yeah, we're doing this podcast virtually because Amaris has COVID. Amaris was supposed to be in the podcast, but something was going on with the Google Meet, which it was kind of happening with all of us. Like, Cici had trouble joining, and then I had trouble starting it, so she just couldn't end up getting in. I think she pops in at like one point, but then she couldn't hear us. But I also want to say that Amaris did not get COVID by being irresponsible. She's very safe this whole pandemic. She's worn her mask. She's been a big advocate for wearing masks. She washes her hands. She tells other people to wear their mask, and she calls people stupid who don't wear their mask, which, you know, as she should. But yeah, I just want to say that because I know it may come across like she's being irresponsible, and I know that she's kind of worried that that's how it came across. But yeah, she's being pretty safe. We all been pretty safe, and this kind of just goes to show that COVID is so widespread now that you don't even really have to go out and big groups of people to get it. Like it's just everywhere. So be safe, wear a mask. And yeah, she'll be back next week, and we all miss her. So send her a message. Tell her you love her. All right, that was it. Bye. Jesus Christ.
So, as a lot of you may know, I'm sorry if I get emotional. I just want to say that right here. I do have tissue. I'm sorry. Um, a lot of you may know that Sebastian McCoy, he was a freshman, passed away Wednesday morning at 8:30 in the morning. I will explain how he passed, but I don't want to get too into it. Just know that he did pass away peacefully. His mom said that he did pass away peacefully. On Tuesday, I don't know what time, but on Tuesday, he had a seizure, which caused him to go to the hospital where he didn't have any brain activity. His kidney and liver, he had kidney and liver failure, and so on life support. And for the last 2 days, he's been on life support. They tried everything they could do. They tried tests and stuff, and sadly, he just didn't make it. But I don't want people to remember him as I don't want him to remember people to remember as of how he passed. I want people to remember him of how sweet and caring and kind he was to everybody. He loved everybody. He was such a kind heart. And Sebastian always will hold an extra extra space in my heart. He was so close to me for many different reasons, and that I love him to death, and I just want people to know that he has told me multiple times that he loves everybody. He might not show it all the time because, you know, everybody's human, everybody gets sad and upset and everything, but he loved everybody. He loved them to death. He was so nice and kind to everybody, and he was funny. He was a very funny person. I could get into multiple stories about Sebastian of like how he almost gave me a concussion. You know, any funny memory that anybody can think of. Like he'll text people during school, I look good today. Don't I look good today? Like, you know, he was so funny and caring. And it sucks that his life was taken so early, around the age of 14. His birthday was coming up. His birthday is February 14th. So if you guys can save the day and everything like that, just send prayers to his family. I know they are very hurt right now. They recently lost their father about 4 months ago. Now they just lost their brother. So they are very strong people, and I really want you guys to send prayers to his family because they need it. And I know Sebastian checked up on everybody, and he always wanted people to push and be stronger. So I just want everybody to do that for Sebastian, of check up on everybody every day, make sure that everybody's taken care of, say how much you love them, and push through for him. He would really want that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He would really want that for everybody, to push through and push through for him and live out what he wanted. He was very intelligent. He was in all honors classes. You know, he used to rub it in my face because I'm a sophomore, but you know, he's very intelligent, athletic. He wanted to be in the NFL, and I'm pretty sure that he would definitely be in the NFL when he got older. But I just I don't want people to cry forever ever. It's human to cry, and I know we just lost somebody very close to us, and that everybody's hurting and everybody's heartbroken at the fact that he lost his life unexpectedly. But I just want people to know that we're all here for each other. The Hope Squad. I'm here for anybody that wants to talk, but I think the point is just that I want everybody to remember Sebastian as a kind-hearted soul, the most energetic person you would ever meet. He had crackhead energy, like level 100. Okay, like remember all the funny times. Don't remember the sad times, and that just know he's in a better place. He's with his father. He's probably up in the sky watching over us or working out, you know, stuff he would normally do. I just want people I want people to cry for him, obviously. I want people to cry, let all their emotions out. I think that's the best thing we can do in this situation right now. But just know that we will push through, and we will continue pushing for Sebastian McCoy.
I think it's like, you know, when you think about people passing away, like, you know, celebrities or distant relatives, yeah, it's shocking, but you never fully understand like how it feels until someone is you close to. And, you know, like Hailee said, it just puts everything into perspective. And it's really difficult thing to go through. Like it's people say like death is such a natural thing, but just the feeling itself is just so just just so difficult, you know? But we do appreciate you for talking about it, and it never gets easier, but you are so just strong and very insightful, and yeah.
Thank you. I did want to say, I think like near the end of the video, we'll put Sebastian's mother's number up there because she wanted everybody. She just wants to keep everybody, not even keeping them updated, but just to show her support and her love we'll post her Instagram up here too, just to come so support, because she just lost one of her kids. And if you still have Sebastian's number on iMessage or anything, just, you can, to cope, one way to cope is text him still. He will not reply, obviously, but just to know that you care and show, like, that's all I can really say. It will get better. At one point in time, it will get better. But right now, all we can do is grief. We can cry, we can scream, we can be upset, and that's completely normal. But at the end of the day, he always pushed everyone to be stronger. So we'll have to be strong for him. I am just, I'm thankful for Sebastian. He made everybody a better person. He touched a lot of hearts. So it makes me feel special that he touched me like Sebastian. You'll never meet anyone like him. And for everyone, all his close friends, my heart goes out to you guys and how close all you were. I know I'd be on the phone with Sebastian and he'll just be playing the game with all his close friends and stuff. So I just know his friends are hurting so much, and I need them to be safe. I just need everyone to stay safe, and that Sebastian is looking over us. That's the one thing you guys can think about when you're hurting, and like when your heart's hurting and your body's hurting, and just know that he's not hurting anymore. He is in heaven, and he is perfectly fine now. Again, he may not be here in physical form, but he's here mentally with all the memories that we had. So I just want everybody to know my heart goes out to everybody that's hurting for Sebastian, and my heart goes out to his family. Just know Sebastian loved all you guys, and that we all love Sebastian. One of my favorite moments ever was, oh my gosh, it was probably around March or April, and we were texting, and I just got done cleaning my room. Like, I moved it around and everything like that, and I kid you not, I don't know why, I really wasn't thinking. I sent a video to him talking about how good my room smells, acting like he could smell the room. I'm sorry, like, and he played along with it. Like, that's the funny part. He was like, I know, it smells so good. It is like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know why I wasn't thinking, I really wasn't. I don't know why I thought he could smell the room through phone. But, that one makes me laugh so hard every single time. I can go on for days about memories, but that was like one of the first memories that had me weak. I was gone. Like, I just said, that was one of the funniest moments. Or another recent moment was Sebastian was texting me, like, I fell asleep and my bedding and like all his sheets and stuff are in the washer. And I'm like, okay, did you sleep good? And he was like, they threw a tablecloth on me. And I'm mad that it was comfortable. That was like one of the most funniest things. But I know that I will always have memories with him, and that everyone will have memories with him. He is just such an amazing person, and I'm thankful. I'm very thankful that he's been in my life, and that he has done so much for me, and that he's so close to me for a certain reason. I don't want to say it on camera, but just know that I'm so thankful for you, Sebastian. You are definitely one of a kind. Like, definitely best person I've ever met. Just, he is so sweet, and I am so grateful for him. So even though I could say it a million times. He's not here physically, but just holding the memories and all the photos of keeping his memory alive and keeping his legacy alive is all we can do. But I know it's still hard to comprehend that he's gone, and I know that for everybody. But again, we will get through this time. I'm not saying we'll get through it in the next month, no, or in the next 2 months. We'll never get over somebody that fast. And I just, again, I'm open to talk to anybody that needs it, but I'm just really, really thankful for Sebastian.
Like the ultimate duo. Just I didn't really know him as much. The only way I knew him was through you, and just hearing all those memories, and it's just really nice that you can keep those with you. You know.
Definitely, no. He's just, he is so funny. And like, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is the right time, but everybody, Sebastian was like, he was so, I don't know how to say it, but he was just thriving, always doing stuff. And he looked good, like he was always so positive. He will have lows and he doesn't open up to a lot of people, but I know it's tough. I don't really know how to word it because like I know everybody's still at a loss for words, but I just know that he will always be in my heart and that I'm thankful for him. And I think that's what everybody needs to realize is that we need to hug and tell everybody how much we love them because we will never ever expect anything to happen like this. You don't know when anybody's last breath is going to be. And I realized if you're not religious, but on a religious point, I always believe that when God took you, that means your purpose was fulfilled and that it's time to come home. Like I know one of his purpose was to play football. Like I know he loved football, but for him to fulfill his purpose of touching everybody and checking up on everybody, making good friends with everybody is such an important thing to think about. But if you're ever feeling sad, just remember he is in heaven now. He is perfectly fine. He's looking all over us and he's not hurting. So.
What are some other ways? I know you had mentioned keeping positive memories and maybe texting him, but what are some other ways that have helped you cope just with some negative feelings in the past?
Another way to cope, and this is totally probably not the best way to cope, and you can eat your feelings away. You can eat your feelings away, but I think a way of not like just actually looking at his photos is listening to what he would listen to, like his music, the type of music he liked, or watching football and stuff like that. Things that he enjoyed doing that you can do too, just to make like, okay, I'm doing something that he loved, and that makes me feel happy. Like that's something you can definitely do. I do have some of his music playlists that I will send email or to anybody that wants it. I can send links to his music playlist if you just want to listen to what he listened to. But doing what he loved is definitely something that you can do to cope. Definitely because you're doing it for him. That's all I can say is another way to cope is doing the things that he loved to do for him. That playing football, playing 2K, listening to the music he listened to, things like that you can do to help cope.
I think that's really positive and very, very sweet.
I think okay, we can also now I know Sebastian was like, he's close to a lot of people, but I know Sebastian just passed, but if you have somebody else in your family that passed and you need to cope, remember that we're always here. So always will be here. Now, I don't really I'm still lost at words that he's not here no more. I'm so sorry that he's not here no more. But all I can say is just think of the memories that he had. Don't be sad that he's gone, but don't be sad, if that makes sense. Don't I can't cry forever. I know we can't. I know people grieve different, but he would not want us to sit here and cry forever, because that will just hurt us more, put us in a deeper hole that we do not need to be in. And that I think it's very important that we just all take step of self-care, that be here for each other, but we will need self-care at one point in time it's when it's I don't know how to word it, when everything has passed and it's done, that we need to, he will never be done, but like the grieving will have to come to a stopping point and just be happy for him, that we need to live out through him and not cry for him. That we can't always remember the sad stuff like, oh, he passed and that's the only way I can just think of him. Like, don't think of him like that. Just do everything you can for him. Like, if every holiday, like, you can even talk to him. Like, I talk to him walking around the house. Like, just be like, Sebastian, I miss you a lot, and I don't know if I know you can hear me and everything like that. Just all I can really say is you really have to live out for him, and that he is still here with us, and that he will always be remembered. But I did want to say thank you to everybody who did donate, and his family, I know, is going through a hard time, but I am so happy that people did donate towards him. He did reach his goal of 10,000, and I'm pretty sure, if I am correct, he is so close. He did reach 11,000, and I'm so happy. Like, he reached that in a day. Like, it just makes me happy that people cared for him. That's all I really want to say, but I'm so thankful for everybody who's also been there for me, who knew me and Sebastian's relationship and how close we were, and how we were, how we were so close and always talked. I'm thankful for everybody who checked up on me, but I know we can check up on each other, but I think right now we should just keep his family in our prayers, for sure. I know another way of coping is jokes, like not laugh at the situation, obviously, I'm not saying that, but making jokes of like him, like, see, now, I know Sebastian would do that. Why did he do that? Like, as a joke, like, obviously, it's just something you gotta stick through, obviously, but making jokes, laughing, try to use some of his slang and what he would talk, because I definitely think that is so funny. But definitely stuff like that, stuff that would make him happy, and stuff that makes you happy is all we can do. I know when another way to cope is writing out on a glass plate. Not take one of your plates out of your house. Obviously not do that. Write on it. Write on it. Write all your feelings on it. You can either keep it or you can smash it. And that's just a way of letting go of like how hurt, or like, not even if you don't want to write how hurt you are, just how thankful you are. You can write on a plate and keep it with you to know, like, just look at it anytime. And I just think that's another good way of grieving.
And like, it's also important to remember not to rush the grieving process, because many people, they try to, they experience the thing that happens to them, and then they try to rush through to get over with the sadness and the anger and try to continue on as normal. And while you should, take care of yourself, you have to be sure to just feel all of your feelings and know that they're 100% valid. And, just to, like you said, check on people, make sure everybody's okay and stuff.
I think this is just another funny story to tell. he always calls me bald. Like, I'm a midget and short. So, like, if you have a nickname with him, I called him Spicy White. Yes, I did call him that. That was one of my nicknames. Just think of all the funny things that you have with him, just all the memories. And I think that's what this main point of this podcast is for Sebastian, is to don't obviously cry now, but you can't cry forever. And I know it sucks to say that, and that everybody wants to cry, they want to scream. They're mad. They're like, why did this have to happen to him? It is so normal to have this happen and feel the way you do. But if you cry forever, you're going to go into a deeper hole and have anxiety and depression, and everything will feel like it's going to be over. He would never want that for anybody. No person deserves to go through what he did, and I'm so sorry for him. But I know he wouldn't want you guys to go into a deeper depression and not eat, not properly take care of yourself, because when he was here with us, texting us, he always said, be stronger than what you are. And I just think that's so important that everybody know, is you have to push through for him so we can live out his memory. Because if you don't push through, who's going to live out his memory? So I just think that is so important to think about. I think it's so funny of like how I'm 5 foot, like he's 6 foot, knowing he's a football player, and I really thought I could fight him. I don't know what I was thinking, but I remember like he didn't even like use strength. He pushed me, and I went flying. Like I fell, I banged my head and everything, and I was just laughing like, wow, he is strong. I don't know why I thought I'd go through that. I don't know why I thought, like, I don't know. Like Anna said, I remember she was talking about a conversation. She said, I'll fight you. And Sebastian's like, yeah, right. And she said, yeah, I lied. I just pretend that I'm strong. Like, it's so funny. So it's the little things. And actually, I know for one thing, the cope, and I will always have, is that he got me this phone case, and that is like such a memory to have. He bought me this phone case, and like just knowing like anything matters. I don't want you guys to think it's material either. I'm just saying, for me to cope, just having something of him really makes me happy. But again, it doesn't have to be material or nothing like that. It can be memories, photos, conversations, inside jokes. It's like, I know I'm going everywhere with this video, and I'm sorry, but like there's so much to say about him and what he did as a person. But just know he will be looking over us, and that everybody will get one point. Thank you. That means a lot. I know that if for anybody who did contact his mother in the last 2 days of like, FaceTime him, calling him, I know I'm not even family, but that just makes me I cared about him so much. So to know that many people were calling him, talking to him, makes me so happy, and that I know he felt loved, and it just makes me really happy. And again, my heart goes out to his family. I know they're hurting right now, but we got to push through. We definitely have to, for them, because we cannot show signs of weakness, because that's not what Sebastian wants. He definitely did push people to be a better person and to be strong. So I know that's what I think I'm trying to get out to everybody, is that we have to push through for Sebastian. We have to. And I think that's it just makes me as a person know that he changed me. Like, he made me change my ways, and it feels good knowing that. And I just know that he would be proud of all of us. He's so proud of everybody. And again, my heart goes out to some of his closest friends and the people he would open up to. Even though he didn't open up to everybody, he still cared for everybody, and he still made sure that when you were at your lowest, that you became to your highest. So it means so much to me. And again, send messages to his mom and pray for his family, but just know that we can't stuck here forever. And it feels like we are. It feels like it's already been forever that we've been crying and grieving. But at the end of the day, we will get through this. And I know we definitely will get through this. And long live number 65, amazing football player. So definitely we will keep his memory going and everything. So just push through. That's all I can really say, and is just push through for him, please. Not for me. Don't push through because I'm asking you to push through for Sebastian because he would want you to, and his family wants everybody to push through, and that they need support and prayers. But again, thank you for everybody checked up on me though. But I am thankful for everybody that showed so much love for Sebastian, and that we already told his mom many times that everyone's here for them. We all have their back, and that we will get through it together. So that's very important to know. And just think about it. I don't know if you guys know, like, that Sebastian hates math. So, like, just think about it. Like, he always texts me, Amarra, I don't know how to do this. Do you know how to do it? Or, like, I'm going to drop out. I just can't do it. Just know that, like, he's not stressed no more. And he's at peace. He's not having any seizures. He's not sad. He's not mad. He's happy. I think that's something that we all can remember for Sebastian. Put my number. You guys, Hailee will put my number out there. Yes, and my number is completely fine for anybody who wants to call me, FaceTime me, or even just text me. But I am down for anybody that wants to talk. I am perfectly comfortable with my number being on this video so people can talk about it. I want to say, and this is to Sebastian, and I love you, Sebastian. I love you so much, and I've never stopped loving you. But I just want to thank you because you helped save 50 people and helped 50 people yesterday. And I know you're not here, but by you donating, you saved so many people. And I am so appreciated of you, and I just want to say thank you for that because I know you always love to help people. And don't mind my voice cracking because that was terrible. Be safe. I'm sorry I had to cut you off. Just please be safe. Wear your mask over your nose.
What is that? I'm sorry. I never got that. It's just if you're wearing a mask and it's not over your nose, you might as well just not be wearing it. Like, that's just a big pet peeve.
People who think that COVID can't enter through your nose, Jesus. COVID is real, guys. People who think it's fake and made up by the government, I'm sorry. It's that's not the case. It's real. COVID is real. Yeah. Okay. Coronavirus is real.
You're just arguing past, like, the data, because there's science behind it. There's actual people who are affected by it. And if you're just being like, oh, like, it's not real, just stop. You look ridiculous. Just know this is a safe environment, and even if, like, Hailee and I, if we don't know exactly what you're going through, we're here for you. Even if we don't know you, we're here for you, and we would love to, like, talk to you about it, talk to Amarra about it. Just, like we said, just be there for people because we're here for you. We love you. Do not save the love for when it's too late. Just say I love you. And even if we can't hug right now, just virtual hug. Be there. Mwah. Oh, so sweet.
Sebastian, I love you so much, and that you will always be with me, and that everyone truly misses you, but we know that you are happy, peaceful, and that I love you so, so much. You meant the world to me. I know we texted every day, and I told you every day how much I loved you, and we always told each other how we need to be safe and how we love each other. So I love you. Really, I really love you. And I just want everybody to stay safe because of COVID, but please do not hurt yourself in any type of way because I know it is such a big loss for everybody that he did pass away. But please, please just be safe to everybody. And that's what this would probably be the last, is that I love you, Sebastian.